Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Hodleful Boyfriend Holiday Star. Last we left off, we had just finished one of the stories, the first one of the Christmas Thieves, Miru and Kaku. I thought that this time we might actually tackle one of the radio shows, just as a sort of in-between story, sort of refresher thing. Anyway, so let's go with Living with Birds. This is actually an extra special thing that Hato Moa included in this game, with little asides with each of the characters. I am playing this game blind, but it's like I said before, I have seen bits and pieces here and there, but nothing too spoilery. Anyway, the how and why of Saint Pigeonation's question box. Hi everybody, I'm Kawara Ryouta, a rock dove from 2-3. I seem to be in charge of the question corner. I think you all can tell what we're doing here just from the name, but since it's the first time, I'll explain. In the how and why question box, I'll be answering letters you've all sent in. Not just questions though, it looks like we'll be doing shoutouts, random asides, all sorts of things. It'll be pretty relaxed. Bear with us. Because this is the first time, I've made sure to pick things which don't spoil any of the Bad Boys Love route from the full version. So if you haven't finished yet, spoiler landmines can be scary. But don't worry, there won't be any of those here. Well, hopefully you guys have actually watched my previous Let's Play before watching this one. But yes, Hodleful Boyfriend, good idea to play through that before advancing too much further in this game. Let's get started then! Now, for our very first letter, one from Aviophile. This is a historic moment, everybody! If you get married to Hyoko, you'll be the one wearing the wedding dress, right, Ryouta? Right? You seem awfully sure about this. Actually, Hyoko told me a little about her dream wedding a long time ago. She said she wanted a bungee jump wedding. What? I can't remember where, but apparently there's a place where you can have an entire ceremony while oscillating several meters above the ground. If she still wants to have a bungee wedding, a dress would be risky for either of us. Wait, so you're still carrying a torch for her, huh? It would be nice if we could wear our street clothes. Anyway, next letter! This one's from a Miss Bird Love. Let's see. Did birds' lifespans change at all when they were ascended? I don't know what life expectancies were like before, but some have increased over the past 100 years or so. Larger parrots and things were always long-lived, and so didn't change much. But smaller birds, like quails and things, live several times as long now. Doves still have much shorter lives than humans, though. Yeah, they did kind of cover that in the last game. That's just how it is. Oh, sorry. We're getting gloomy already. Let me change course a little. Let's regroup and move on to the next letter. This one is from Kanako Mikan. To Hyoko, nice to meet you. I have lost my heart to your wild lifestyle. Being a hunter-gatherer must be hard in a lot of ways. Have you ever had trouble with some particular animal or had to live through something really difficult? Yes, as a matter of fact, but you'd want to play the Bad Boys Love route in Hodleful Boyfriend. I was told to answer everything for Hyoko as best I could. Hyoko's really something. She's been wild and rugged ever since we were very young. I've always admired her, too. She never really complains, so I'm not sure of anything that's really given her trouble. The one thing I can think of would be the time her den got hijacked. Once, her house got invaded by a bunch of jackals while she was at school. Really? It looked really tough. As long as there were living creatures, there will always be turf wars. She said the fight with the boss jackal lent an entirely new meaning to the phrase domestic violence, so maybe that's a good example of quarry which gave her trouble as well. Then again, in the end, they reconciled and she was welcomed into the jackal tribe as a brother, so maybe it was more like a pair of Yankees having a sunset fistfight on the riverbank than a hunter and her prey. Wow. The next letter is addressed to Nageki. From one Hodleful Charis. What do you wish for on Tanabata? I always felt sad not seeing your card. I think we should have him answer this himself. What? Nagaki, are you here? How? He's always in the library, for good reasons. What? Oh, good. I was worried I'd have to call you on the announcer. Is that microphone on? Yep, we're on air right now. Wait, don't leave yet! No, I don't want to be recorded. Just answer one question, please. Fine. But once I've answered, I'm leaving. Thank you! This letter was asking if you make wishes on Tanabata. I'd like to know what you wish for, too. I don't. Wishes are for superstitious children. But you're a ghost. Dr. Uemine always makes one. Oh! Did you make them when you were younger? Yes. What sort of things did you wish for back then? Nothing. Nothing special. Things like, I hope my family stays happy. Oh, God. Oh, God. I miss things like that. I'm always hoping for the same thing. I know how it is. Are we done? I'm leaving. Oh, yes. Sorry for holding you up. See ya! Alright. He really cares about his family. I wonder what they're like. They must all be quiet, calm birds like him. Oh, God. Well, I suppose technically. The next one is for San. It isn't signed. It's a little long, but I'll try to read it in one go. Okasan, 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 Okasan! Okasan, Okasan, Okasan! Smells good. I want to. Tons of pure white plumage. Wait, no, not if mofu, crunchy, mofu, my heart. Festival Okasan, so cute. Okasan's voice is decided. Yay! Cute, too cute. Okasan. I'm so glad the drama CDs are going to be so. No, wait, this can't be. The drama CDs are not real! Wait, the games aren't real either? Hoka-san is not real? No! No, darn it! I'm quitting reality. Wait, he's looking at me? Hoka-san in my monitor is looking at me? He's looking at me! The Okasan on the blog is looking at me! He's talking to me in the game! Thank Puni! I'm glad I'm still here! Yay! I have Okasan! I did it, Louise! Could that be done alone? The drama CD Okasan! Angel, Ryouta, Sakuya, Yuya! Deliver my love to Okasan! Deliver it to him and save Pigeonations! I felt like I was gonna suffocate reading that. So did I. Coo! It has been delivered! Coo! Your love has been delivered! Coo! Will you accompany Okasan on a journey? True pudding awaits! I think he understands. That's good. On that note, the last letter here is for San as well. Oh God, please, not again. From one Ori. I love Okasan too much and my heart is turning into a Hato heart. Is it easy to keep doves at home? I want an Okasan all of my own, to stroke gently around and around. My goal is to have him ride on my shoulder. I know it isn't a casual decision, but do you think I could do that? Well, technically you can, but I don't really recommend just grabbing wild pigeons. No one around here has kept doves for some decades. The pet shop does not sell them either. Where did Oko-san come from? It is a mystery. Would you terribly mind telling me? I think I should start by talking about San's actor. This will get a bit meta. San is modeled off of a dove named Oko-san kept by the creator. Of course, his portrait is a picture of the bird himself. So this is actually true. Hatamoa actually has her own bird named Oko-san, a sweet little bird. His favorite food is apparently not actually pudding, though, but hemp seeds, which is where you're able to make the decision in the original game for which type of beans to get him. In reality, he isn't interested in pudding at all. Oh, please don't try to feed a dove pudding. Doves aren't particularly hard to care for. Anyone who's kept a budgie or sparrow or anything should find it pretty easy. A racing bird would be a little more difficult, but for a fantail or the like, a fairly small cage is fine. A rabbit cage works very well. However, doves aren't very common pets, so there aren't many veterinarians who know how to treat them. Doves are usually very healthy and rarely get sick, but you might want to make sure there's a clinic nearby which will receive them just in case. This is actually really good advice. With any type of animal that you want to take in and try to care for, you're gonna want to make sure that you have a medical professional who will treat that animal somewhere in the vicinity so that just in case some sort of emergency happens, you don't have to put yourself way out. They're not common in general pet stores, but there's usually a section for doves in places that specialize in birds. Have a look around. Good luck, Miss Ori. I hope you can have a wonderful birdie life. That's all for today. Thank you all for sending us letters. Well, that was pleasant and really short. All right, well, I'm gonna take a quick sip of water here. And that would be because doing Ryota's voice is a slight strain on mine. Not that it sounds all that much different, but I do try to differentiate. Let's see, the pigeon and the partridge. Oh god. I bet this is going to involve Shu, isn't it? The how and why of St. Pigeonation's question box. Hello everybody, this is Kawara Ryouta from Class 2-3. So what I think this is that these are actual fan letters that were sent into the creator of this game that she decided to answer in the game, which is pretty damn cool actually. It's time for the second round of the Question Corner. Independent programs like this don't have to worry about viewer numbers, so we can take it easy. It's very relaxing. Aren't you feeling relaxed? Anyway, this episode will be mostly spoiler-free as well. Spoilers from the Bad Boys Love will probably start showing up in the second half, I think? At any rate, everyone can listen to this without worrying. Let's start looking at letters. This time, there are 3 from me! First off, one from an anonymous individual. You look very good in girls' clothes, but how do you feel about cross-dressing? Is getting paid just an excuse? He does have the tendency to dress in feminine clothing quite often, doesn't he? How do I feel? I'm not sure. I only ever cross-dress at work, after all. It would be sort of like if I worked at a convenience store and put some sort of emotional weight into the act of wearing an apron, or something. It would be very strange. And as for it being an excuse, well, that seems odd, too. It's just a normal part of life to me. On to the second letter. This is from one Areko. I want to have Colleen be my personal maid! There's a time limit, but you can ask for me anytime you're at the cafe. I'll be waiting! And now the third, from Colleen Sexual. I wonder if that's a person who comes by every Friday. To Colleen, you are always so cute! What kind of clothes do you like? You can tell me, right? I'd like to see you in more than Maid and Miko clothes, too. Like maybe a sailor uniform? Ha ha ha! Come again soon, master. I don't usually do this outside of the cafe, but I had them get me a sailor uniform for this, so I'll be back in a minute. Really? 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 Oh my god! It's adorable! Oh my god! I tried making bento. Will you eat with me? This is the first time I've worn a sailor uniform, actually. It's a little drafty for this time of year. The next one is for Dr. Iwamine. Oh God, no! Let's see if I can get him in here. What is it? Another stomach ache. Was last time's dose not enough? I do have something a little more powerful. With a 42% chance of painful death as a side effect, that is. What? That's too much of a mortality rate! I'm not in enough of a hurry to play Russian roulette, you know. Don't go changing the background music like that. This is the question corner, Doctor. There's a letter for you and me. May I read it to you? What foolishness is... Very well. We shall discuss the compensation later, of course. I probably don't want to know what you'll ask for, but thank you. It's from someone named Yuya and was sent on December 6th. Huh. Ryota's birthday is the 3rd, right? Happy birthday! And the doctor's is the 12th, so happy birthday to him too! Thank you, Yuya! This person seems quite well informed. May I ask you a favor? My birthday is the 7th. Could you celebrate for me? Just one congratulation from me would be better than Christmas and New Year's cards combined! Another December child! Happy birthday, Yuya! I can't imagine he would go along with this, no. You should say something too, Doctor. Why? It is merely another year in their life. What reason is there to celebrate? Not that I had expected much from you anyway. I'm sorry, Yuya. I'll congratulate you for the doctor as well. Happy birthday! Merry Christmas! Okay. I feel like something else just got slipped in there. Anyway, happy birthday! I hope you have a good year! If perhaps you have a change of heart and decide you would like to have your limbs and organs replaced, do let me know. Don't even joke about that sort of thing, Doctor! Seeing as the doctor is here, I'll read a few more of these. This one is a question for the doctor from Just Pudding. Do you have a SACOM alarm in the infirmary? Do you, Doctor? No, I do not make a habit of relying on such establishments. I simply do not leave anything in there which would be troubling to have stolen. Use GoalGuard! Easy and safe! I think not, Mr. GoalGuard. The doctor doesn't seem interested. And that's where I hide... Pardon me, then. Please do call if you change your mind. He left his business card even though he didn't ask for it. I don't have any use for it. What about you, Doctor? Likewise. Yeah, really. Time for the last one. This is from Helplessly in Love. I am helplessly in love with round, adorable chukar partridges. Oh God, no. Do all chukars have the doctor's suspiciously fluffy face? What do you think, Doctor? A foolish question. I was visiting a town for the first time. The first man I met had a round face. Does everyone in that town have a round face? Or something like that. It's from someone outside the school, so maybe you could answer less aggressively? Aggressive? Whatever do you mean? I believe I answered in a clear and concise fashion. There's no species of bird without individual differences. This is hard. I suppose the doctor is right. There are differences between individuals. Maybe the best way to see it would be to go to the avian zoo in Kakegawa or Kobe. Chukar partridges' eyes aren't completely round, so they do look a little bit lethargic or maybe suspicious. Also, when they hold their heads out, their necks are surprisingly thin. They can look very vulnerable when they're taking dust baths, too. Do you take dust baths, Doctor? This is true. Chukar partridges do take dust baths. It's how they actually keep their feathers clean. What a quaint suggestion. Dust bathing is a behavior which arose as a way of removing parasites from the body. Our lifestyles have progressed such that we no longer come into contact with parasites, and so it is no longer needed. You must do it every once in a while, then. A defenseless dust-bathing Dr. Iwamine. A fascinating idea, if only because of how hard it is to imagine. I think I'd like to see it. Would you, Ryouta? Would you? Curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back. Yes, I know! Is that enough? I believe the material from last night's experiment will be ready soon, and I would very much like to go home. Yes, we're done. Sorry for holding you up. Thank you! Why is everybody so uncooperative? I hope I can have someone who will play along next time. Then again, there are so many letters for the doctor. I'll go to bring him back at some point. Maybe next time I should get him a present or something to butter him up beforehand. Or you could always offer him a limb of some kind, or a wing, or something. That's all, folks. Thank you for all the letters. All right. Well, Badoom. I don't think that doing another radio episode would be very wise. I'm pretty sure that would take me far over any limit for time here, and as it is, we are just about out of time for this installment of Let's Play Hatoful Boyfriend Holiday Star. But I hope you'll join me next time, where I shall be proceeding with the next story installment. And from what I have seen, this should be interesting. But, we'll have to see how it goes. Hope to see you then.